So we just went through the numbers for the year, and I was shocked. From July of 2022 to July 2023, we made. So this is a day in the life of a successful junk removal day, because we got a pretty busy day. First we get in the office, write down some goals, then we get to it. Got first job of the day. What's going on, everyone? It's Miguel with Bros Pro Hauling and Junk Removal. Today we're going to be giving you the breakdown of our first year in the junk removal space, how we started, what has gone right, what has gone wrong, and of course, how much money we made. And I'm going to be giving you all the secrets, getting into the nitty-gritty of how we got to where we're at so you can start your own junk removal business as well. So let's get to it. First of all, I want to give you a high-level view of what you will need in order to get into the junk removal business, because honestly, it's not for everyone. So let's get to it. First of all, you need to work hard. It is a lot of physical, hard labor, and you need to be in shape if you're going to be able to do it, because in the beginning, it's going to be just you and maybe one other guy that you bring along. So in the beginning, it's going to be a lot of physical, hard work, and honestly, it's going to be a lot of mental work, because you have to still deal with the business side of things in addition to all the physical labor you're going to be putting in, all the long hours you're going to be putting in. So if you're not ready to put in some hard work, honestly, this might not be the game for you. But if it is, and you're willing to put in hard work, it's very rewarding and you can make a lot of money. Secondly, if you want to be successful and start your junk removal business, you have to be committed to professionalism. You cannot come into this game and think just because you're removing people's junk. Let's just be honest. There's a lot of people with a truck and maybe a small trailer that will show up to people's houses and they will just look completely unprofessional and think they're gonna A, get the business, and B, be able to charge enough money to make a profit and make a living and actually build the business. So you have to be a professional and be on your A game. And this does not start when you show up to the customer's house. This actually starts when you pick up the phone. From the moment you answer the phone, how you talk, how you answer the customer's questions, how you make them feel, when you get to the house, how you dress, how you show up, how you shake their hands, the language you use when you are at their house, not only with them, but also with your coworkers or employees. You have to be a professional. The communication is 100% key. You have to show up on time. And if you don't show up on time, if you're not able to show up on time, you have to communicate and let the customer know. I can't tell you how many times customers have called me because the last guy didn't show up, didn't communicate, didn't let them know that he was going to be running late or was not even going to be able to show up. So you have to be a professional. And if you're not going to be committed to professionalism, this is going to be really difficult for you, because you're going to find out that you're not going to be able to charge the prices that you want to charge, because people find a lot of value in professionalism and they will pay for that value. Speaking of value, you have to give a ton of value. You have to sit down and think, what is the value that I'm bringing to the table? What is the value that I'm bringing to my customers? And why should my customers give me any money? First of all, the value you bring to the table is your junk removal service. And there's a lot of value to that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in business. But you have to highlight that value by going above and beyond what they expect you to do. This doesn't mean working for free or taking items for free, but it does mean that as soon as you and your employees set foot on the customer's property, the customer will see you working efficiently, safely, and painless for the customer. As much as I can, I try to avoid letting my customers help me. Sometimes customers will want to jump in and help you move stuff, and I go above and beyond to let them know I'm there to serve them. Our team is there to serve them. So let's be honest, junk removal is a very simple process. Anybody who is able-bodied is able to move stuff into a truck and drive away. And although there is a lot of value in your junk removal service, the way you highlight that is by the overall experience that your customer has with you and your team. And this is where you stand out and where you communicate value to the customer from the moment you pick up the phone. You should answer the phone to every single customer exactly the same way, say the exact same thing with the exact same tonality, because the customer perceives value from the moment that they call your business. So whether you know it or not, you are giving value to the customer as soon as you pick up the phone. If you smile over the phone, believe it or not, people can tell. So be friendly, be courteous, be helpful. I know there are times where customers call and ask dumb questions, but you should never make them feel like they are asking a dumb question. You are there to serve them. And this experience, this helpfulness, this friendliness, this courtesy is perceived as value by the customer, and it will make you stand out. It'll highlight you above all the other competitors. Sometimes they will not even call another person if you hook them with the experience as soon as you get on the phone with them. You also highlight this experience and add more value to your service by being great at communication. This means you text them when you are on their way. If you don't have a system that does it automatically, you give them a call if you're able to. And as soon as you show up to the customer's house, shake their hand, give them a card, ask them about their day, become their friend, actually care for the customer. All of these things cost you $0 to do and add so much value to your service that you can actually charge higher prices, and the customer will be so happy because they have perceived so much value from you from the very beginning. So think of these things as value add to your product or service that costs you $0, and yet the customer is willing to pay top dollar and not even shop around for competitors. So do not miss this. Always wear gloves. This is why I don't go to the gym. And why I have back pain. One of the most satisfying parts of the job. Glass not breaking when you throw it. Number 4, I'll keep it short and sweet. Be safe. If you get hurt, none of this matters. It's game over for your company, failure to launch. So please stay safe. Make sure your employees, make sure you have a conversation with them about being proactive, about being safe. Give them policies and procedures to stay safe, to protect themselves and to protect others around them. Speaking of being proactive, number 5 is be proactive. If you're going to be a business owner, an entrepreneur, you're constantly thinking ahead. If you're not a person that's always thinking one step ahead, this may be very difficult for you because the unexpected will always happen. So try to be proactive. And on that note, have a conversation with your employees. Try to build a culture of proactivity. That means that you're always thinking ahead. You're not reacting to things happening, but you're being proactive and expecting what could happen. Last on this list is have a mission, have a reason why you're starting a junk removal business. It can't just be because you want to make money. You need to have a deeper why that will keep you persevering through the difficult times. And on that note, also have a mission statement for why your company exists as an organization. What do you bring to the table? What are you actually providing for your customers besides junk removal? What's behind your junk removal services? I can't answer that for you. You're going to have to sit down, figure out why your company exists, and you need to make that clear to yourself, your customers, and your employees. So, one of the best parts about junk removal, people are extremely generous. We regularly get tips, and people are really nice, and people are really happy when we take away their junk. So this is our third stop for the day. It's 11:59, and we got like 3 or 4 more stops. So this is part of the job. Part of the job is finding the best Mexican spots in the the Tampa Bay area. And I gotta say, this is one of them. It's part of the job. It's hard work, but somebody's got to do it. Hope they don't poop on me. All right, so this is the second list, a little bit more detailed, not as high level, but a little bit more practical on what you need in order to have a successful first year in the junk removal space. First of all, you're going to have to start an actual business. You're going to have to register your business and do all the legal paperwork in order to start your business so you can get a tax ID and be able to pay taxes and to be able to get a business checking account and to be able to start your business as a real entity. So you may need to go down to your city and ask them what it is that you need to do in order to operate as a junk removal business. Some cities or counties may require you to have a license or to go through some other paperwork. So make sure you get all that paperwork filled out and all those things done. You will also need to apply for a tax ID. This is not legal advice. This is just me telling you you're going to have to pay your taxes, which will help you in the future in order to get business loans. And speaking of business loans, you're going to have to start a bank account. I will also recommend figuring out a way to be able to take payments on the go. There are a lot of different systems that you can use. I personally use one that comes with my Workies service that I pay for, which helps me to manage my customers on the field, create invoices, estimates, and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys about that later, but you will need to find a way to take payments on the go. I try to have as many as I possibly can, so we take card, cash, check, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, and credit card as well. The next three things that I'm going to talk to you guys about, you really have to do some research, because if you don't have these three things, in my opinion, to start off your first year as a junk removal business, it's going to be very difficult. Or at the very least, you're going to be limited on how fast you can grow and how much money you can make as you start off. If you're not familiar with these terms or with these skills, that's okay. All you need to know is that you need them, and you either need to build these skills or pay for these skills. Nevertheless, it is my opinion and my experience that you will absolutely need these if you want to have a successful first year in the junk removal space, or quite honestly, any other service-based business. Number one is marketing. You need to figure out a way how to get customers to call you, how to attract new customers. And this is super important, because otherwise you're going to be sitting around waiting for your phone to ring. This may mean paid advertising, paid marketing, and that's okay. Do not be afraid to spend money on marketing as long as you find a good company who can help you to bring customers. I'll be honest, marketing can seem a little bit overwhelming at times, so don't freak out. All you need to know is that you need to start researching everything that you can on how to market your business. And to be quite honest, in the beginning, you might just have to bite the bullet and pay a company to help you do some marketing. Secondly, you need to be able to sell. This is non-negotiable. From the very beginning, you must be able to talk to customers and to influence them to close the deal with you and give you the business. If you are not good at sales, it's going to be very difficult for you to get your business off the ground the first year. But that's okay, because you don't need to be good at sales if you can bring somebody else along with you to help you to navigate those conversations and to close deals. This may mean that as you're starting your business, you're already looking for your first employee, and he has to be a good salesperson. The reason I cannot emphasize this enough is that if you pay for marketing and you're not able to close deals, you are paying for nothing. You're paying for leads that are going to go nowhere, and marketing can get very expensive. So you need to be able to close those deals. So if you have no sales skills, and if you're scared to talk to people, or if you just feel like you're not great at it, that's okay. You can learn, but in the meantime, find somebody who can help you to close sales. Next, we got systems. You absolutely need systems, and as you get into it, again, it can become a little bit overwhelming, but all you need to know is that right now, today, start reading, start learning, and start watching YouTube videos about systems for your business, because if you don't have business systems, it's going to be very difficult for you to run your business, make sales, and manage your customers. All right, last one is accounting and bookkeeping. You need some way to keep track of your records. You need to know how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. You need to be able to track all of your expenses so you can deduct them, because that will help you when it comes tax time to be able to make sure that you're paying the taxes that you need, but no more. All right, before we tell you how much money we made our first year, if you've gotten value from this video, would you hit the like button, subscribe so you can be notified of when we drop more content like this? It'll definitely help out our channel. All right, moment of truth. From July 8th, 2022 to July 7th, 2023, we made a whopping $209,833. which is insane. I was not expecting to make that much money on our first year in business, but by God's grace, our expectations were blown out of the water. We are so excited to see what this coming year has in store for our business, how much we can learn, how much we can grow, how many people we can serve, how many people we can bring onto our team, and we'll keep you guys posted. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys next time.